It is about to cost you more to park your car in Madison during certain events. Some garages will see up to a $7 increase starting next month. Tonight, the city explains why they're raising those rates. WMTV's Tyler Peters talked with city officials and joins us now with more. Tyler.
Event parking rates were last raised in 2016. All 6 city parking garages are now set to see an increase. A city official says this will help bring in more revenue, support extra staffing, and cover maintenance and operating costs, but some residents are skeptical.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Madison resident Corey Gresson had no idea city parking garage rates during events were going up.
Why? First off, is I wonder why.
A question the city has an answer to.
It was just trying to look at ways to increase some revenue and relieve some of that parking impact that can come with some of these larger events.
Special event parking is set to nearly double from $8 to $15 in the South Livingston Street and State Street campus garages. The 4 other city garages will see rates rise from $8 to $10. Those figures continuing to keep people like Gresson away from parking there.
I try to avoid it at all costs. That $15 or $10, I literally circled twice just to find street parking to work an event at Sylvie tonight.
But Brodowski says that's actually the purpose of this increase.
That will actually push people out to potentially metered parking if that's what they'd like. It encourages folks to use other modes of transportation if that rate isn't something they want to pay.
Not all events will spark these increased rates.
It really doesn't happen for every activity that comes downtown. It's really more for activities that come downtown that really expect a large group.
To find out what events qualify for this increase, the city says to head over to its website at cityofmadison.com/parking. Again, that's cityofmadison.com/parking. In studio, Tyler Peters, WMTV 15 News.